Hello, my stamping friends. This is Renee Novak at blessedbycards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm here today to share with you another Make It Monday tutorial. Today, we're going to use the right words. We're going to use the Designer Series paper Florals in Bloom, and we're going to create 3 cards from one sheet of 6x6 Designer Series paper. So I'm using again the Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper, and I chose this particular pattern. And this is the template that you're going to use to cut up your cards today. So the first cut you're going to make is at 4 inches. And so when you do that, you're going to get a piece that measures 2 by 6 and a piece that measures 4 by 6. So that's that first cut. You'll have this strip and then this. And then what you want to do is you want to cut that 4 by 6 piece of paper in half. And that will give you 2 pieces of 3 by 4 Designer Series paper. And then you'll have this piece left over, and you want to cut that at 5.5 inches. And that will give you this little piece here that we are not going to use. So that's the only portion that will not be used out of your 6x6 Designer Series paper. Okay, so let's get started with creating our 3 cards. So the first card that I created, I used a basic white card base, and I added a layer of the Night of Sea. That's the new in color, and that measures 5 3/4 by 1/4. And then I mounted that on my card base. Then I took my 3 by 4, one of my panels that we cut, and I mounted it on top of a basic white 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. Now, all the measurements and all the supplies will be available on my blog at blessedbycards.com, so don't feel like you have to write them down. You can just hop on over to blessedbycards.com and download a free project sheet. Okay, so here we go with that, and I adhered the Sea of Secret Sea on top of the basic white card base, and then I mounted my panel with white. And then I stamped from the right words, the You're So Kind, in the Secret Sea ink. And then I used the stylish circle, that's the 1 3/4 inch circle, to cut that out, and I mounted it with Stampin' Dimensionals. And then of course you can decorate that inside however you want. The second card, using that second piece of 3 by 4, is going to be on just the Night of Sea card base. And then again, I mounted that on a piece of 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 of basic white, and just put it right on top of that Night of Secret Sea card base. And then from the right words, I stamped to someone worth celebrating every single day. And that is on the outside. I did punch that out with the label punch, and then mounted it also on Stampin' Dimensionals. And then on the inside, you can add a piece of basic white cardstock, and if you want to, you can happy birthday inside there. So again, that is the right words, and this is the Designer Series paper Florals in Bloom. So our last piece, and that is this strip here that we cut 5.5 by 2. And I again mounted that on some basic white, and then I took the square from the stylish circles, and I stamped the Thinking of You from the right words in the Secret Sea. And instead of putting it on a square, I kind of put it on the a diamond look. And so I mounted that again with Stampin' Dimensionals. And then, of course, you can put a white on the inside and decorate as you desire. So those are the 3 cards that I made. This one is from this strip. And then these 2 are from your 2 pieces of 3 by 4. And you can create just some really stunning cards. I'm really impressed with this Secret Sea. I just really like this card stock. I hope you do too. So that is all I have, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. And until next time, Be blessed.